Let's listen to this roar. She almost got started, but the crowd had other thoughts. Some moments of emotion in politics are forced. I would say that one with the senator's mother and her husband and her daughter present was not.
Thank you so much.
Here's Senator Clinton.
Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you. Well, thank you. Well, this Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you all. Thank you very, very much. Well, this isn't exactly the party I'd planned, but I sure like the company. And I want to start today by saying how grateful I am to all of you, to everyone who poured your hearts and your hopes into this campaign, who drove for miles and lined the streets waving homemade signs, who scrimped and saved to raise money, who knocked on doors and made calls, who talked, sometimes argued with your friends and neighbors, who emailed and contributed online, who invested so much in our common enterprise, to the moms and dads who came to our events, who lifted their little girls and little boys on their shoulders and whispered in their ears, "See, you can be anything you want to be." To the young people, like 13-year-old Ann Riddle from Mayfield, Ohio, who had been saving for 2 years to go to Disney World and decided to use her savings instead to travel to Pennsylvania with her mom and volunteer there as well. To the veterans, to childhood friends, to New Yorkers and Arkansans who traveled across the country telling anyone who would listen why you supported me. And to all those women in their 80s and their 90s born before women could vote, who cast their votes for our campaign. I've told you before about Florence Steen of South Dakota, who was 88 years old and insisted that her daughter bring an absentee ballot to her hospice bedside. Her daughter and a friend put an American flag behind her bed and helped her fill out the ballot. She passed away soon after, and under state law, her ballot didn't count. But her daughter later told a reporter, "My dad's an ornery old cowboy, and he didn't like it when he heard Mom's vote wouldn't be counted. I don't think he had voted in 20 years, but he voted in place of my mom." So voted for me and to whom I pledged my utmost. My commitment to you and to the progress we seek is unyielding. You have inspired and touched me with the stories of the joys and sorrows that make up the fabric of our lives. And you have humbled me with your commitment to our country. 18 million of you from all walks of life women and men, young and old, Latino and Asian, African American and Caucasian, rich, poor and middle class, gay and straight, you have stood with me. And I will continue to stand strong with you every time, every place, and every way that I can. The dreams we share are worth fighting for. Remember, we fought for the single mom with a young daughter, juggling work and school, who told me, I'm doing it all to better myself for her. We fought for the woman who grabbed my hand and asked me, what are you going to do to make sure I have health care, and began to cry because even though she works 3 jobs, she can't afford insurance. We fought for the young man in the Marine Corps T-shirt who waited months for medical care and said, take care of my buddies over there, and then will you please take care of me? We fought for all those who've lost jobs and health care, who can't afford gas or groceries or college, who have felt invisible to their president these last 7 years. I entered this race because I have an old-fashioned conviction that public service is about helping people solve their problems and live their dreams. I've had every opportunity and blessing in my own life, and I want the same for all Americans. And until that day comes, you'll always find me on the front lines of democracy.